Good morning and welcome to the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series brought to you by Ice Hockey Australia. It is the gold medal game between the defending champions, the Adelaide Generals and the Sydney Sabers. I'm Eric Brook and alongside me, Courtney Kyson. Courtney K, hey.
Hey Eric, look, I am so excited for this game. Finals games are something else. Gold medal games, I feel like just go a level above that. So this is going to be an awesome matchup. The Generals have had a great tournament so far. And look, the Sabers were a little bit the unexpected victors yesterday. So I'm excited to see what they can pull out of their pockets and deliver for today's game.
So having a look at the Generals are in white, so they're wearing an alternative AJIHL jersey, so we don't have black on black. Yesterday in semi-final, they defeated the Melbourne Glaciers 11-2, and the Sydney Sabers, a lot of people, including us, didn't predict them to win that game against the Sun Devils, but they ended up winning that one 5-2, which brings them here. Last year, they got themselves bronze medal, the Sabers, so at least they'll be one colour better, if not two.
Absolutely. So there's a lot on the line for both teams, and there's a lot of great players between these two teams that will be competing against each other. So I'm very much looking forward to it.
So, Courtney, it's your time now. What are some hints for these players for this game? What are you looking for them to bring?
Look, honestly, Courts Criticals is such a good title because I feel like the first thing these teams need is a good mindset. Now, that is going to be unique to each player, but really, it's the big game. And I've seen the big game get in the heads of players, and then they just don't play well. So in the case of the Generals, they've dominated this tournament, and if their mindset's not quite on par today, it could see them make mistakes, and we don't want that. For the Sabers, they'll be coming into this probably feeling like the underdogs against this team. So they really need to, both teams really need to get neutral in their minds and just know it's just another game and play their game. Secondly, I really feel team spirit is a big one, and for those that were tuned into the bronze medal match, the Glaciers really showcased this. At the start of each period, those big stick taps that built up the noise in the room before the puck drop, it's doing that for each other. So it's talking to each other, it's creating that vibe and creating that atmosphere, which really leads into the third, which is to get vocal. So not only vocal on the ice with each other, talking to each other to receive a pass or to give a pass, but on the bench, cheering for your goalie when he makes a good save, cheering for your players when they do something good, lifting each other up. It's up to the coaches to fix and correct things. So really, these guys need to be taking care of each other. So for me, this game, they are the three biggest things they really need to do for each other.
Now, especially when you consider that the Sabers had a big loss to the Generals on Friday, 9-2. They saw themselves as the underdogs yesterday against the Sun Devils. They'll look at that again today. We've got a minute remaining in the warm-up, and this one's going to be a fantastic game. The bronze medal game, by the way, if you weren't watching live, you'll still be able to see it later on the Thought Fox Media Group YouTube page. It was a fantastic game. The bronze medal ended up going to the Sun Devils, but it was a fantastic game, the best game that the Glaciers played all tournament. Some of the goal celebrations and some of the emotion towards the end of that game. It was a weird and wacky game from the first minute to the 60th minute.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams deliver something similar. So I thought I might just take a moment to introduce the officials for today's game. In the red armbands, we have Joey Theriault and Gavin Thurston, who would be recognised by many AI viewers out there as they cover many of the games up here for the Newcastle North Stars. And our two lines people being Nick Eyre and Brandon Banks. So Nick Eyre, another familiar face from the AI. Brandon Banks is another one of our local refs getting an opportunity to officiate a higher division. So best of luck to our officials.
And speaking of AI, if you have a look at the two teams, the Sydney Sabers have players from the Newcastle North Stars, the Sydney Ice Dogs, the Central Coast Rhinos and the Sydney Bears. And the Adelaide Generals, they have a lot of players from the Adelaide Adrenaline. They've got the York brothers from CBR Brave, Cameron Hughes from the Central Coast Rhinos, and Jeff Hu from the Melbourne Ice. So we're having a look at the Sydney Sabers as they line up. I'm expecting Matt Montgomery to be in net for them today. He had an excellent game yesterday in semi-final 1. So, and then here's the bench. Sammy Manshead all alone for the moment, the coach of the Generals. And here are the Generals expecting Jeremy Friedrich to be in net. He's had a lot of experience as a part of the Adelaide Adrenaline system as well. So we're looking forward to a quality game between these two teams. It's a gold medal game with the ceremony to follow afterwards. Eric Brook and Courtney Coniston here with you this afternoon. It's been a long tournament, Court, especially for you.
Look, I've had a great time. I am one of those people that just lives and breathes hockey. I am at this rink a lot, and this tournament has not let me down. I am so very much looking forward to seeing names that haven't got an AI team associated with them yet, seeing them end up on a team. So, this has been great, and it's really nice to see that the next generation of hockey players, we're in great hands.
So apart from anything else, as we have a look at our goalies on screen, Matt Montgomery on the left and Jeremy Friedrich on the right, representing the Generals. We're almost ready for a start here. Australian Junior Ice Hockey League gold medal game at the Showcase Series, Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Let's play the hockey. Jeff Hu first to the puck for the Generals, just promoting the puck in. Some of the Generals' numbers changed from yesterday because they're wearing alternative away jerseys. Oxide with the puck now for the Sabers. On the attack early is Julian Friedrich, brother of Jeremy. Cross-ice pass for Jeff Hu sorry, not Jeff Hu, that was his number yesterday. Daniel Chen, same number both days. Centering pass from Julian Friedrich. Pressure on the slot, Cameron Hughes, and cleared out of immediate danger by the Sabers. It was good work there by Benson. Coming back now is Max Miller. Goes to the wide. Here's Hu. Funky bounce off the door of doom. And here's an opportunity for Charlie York on the fly. Charlie York coming back. Entering the zone, entering neutral ice briefly. It was good work there by Kovalchuk. Charlie York just happy to try and fling it in. But Noah Moncrief had something to say about that one. Matthew, right-hand side for the Generals. Noah Moncrief now on the attack. Moncrief against Matthew. Moncrief just electing to go wide. He's got some support, Jerry Zhao. But Tyler Boyle was sweating all over him. And a nice save for Friedrich to start.
Well, in that first minute and 21 seconds, it is great to see opportunities happening at both ends with a couple of shots on either end, and we are off and running in the gold medal match. It is already very fast and very exciting. Attacking
zone face-off coming up for the Sabres, one there by Moncrief. Attacking there and trying to clear it out is Matthew, kept into the zone well there by Marcus Hosen. Back into neutral ice. Ryan Dushman contributing there. Noah Moncrief under some pressure. Dewar was under some pressure there on the half wall as well. Back now for Dushman. Centering pass, couldn't quite connect cleanly with Moncrief. He'll come off for a change. Matthew at his own defensive end. Pressure there. James Williams now with the puck. Got options left and right. Looks towards the right, continues to the right. Telegraphed that a bit. Ryan Dushman getting heavily involved there. Back now for the Generals again through Matthew. Matthew, right-hand side. Daniel Chen now has got some skills. Passes it off to the right-hand side. Entering the zone, Julian Friedrich, and well saved there by Matt Montgomery.
Look, some great pressure both ends. Great saves by the goalies. The goalies just look calm and composed, and that's a great thing. That person at the back behind you, when you're a player, you want to know that your goalie's in a good space, and they're both looking strong.
Hughes at the face-off dot. And we'll try that again. Cameron Hughes. Shot goes wide. No action required there by Montgomery. Battle up against the boards near the Sabres bench. Julian Friedrich. They're trying to clear it out. The Sabres at their defensive end. Now they clear it out on the right-hand side. And that will come back now for Brown. And that puck goes out of play. Whoop, heads up on the Generals bench.
So far, Eric, this game is feeling very even with movement between end to end, and when the teams have possession, they're really pushing to make the most of it.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Moncrief there. Clearing it out of the zone is the Generals via Henry York. Here's Oxlade. Impressed with his speed so far. Possible cross-check there. Play continues. Cross-ice pass. They clear it out. The Generals intercepted by Douchman. Douchman looking to get the first bit of action there. Good work there by Charlie York. Delayed penalty coming. And Douchman almost gets it in the back of the net, but it wouldn't have come to anything anyway.
Yeah, delayed penalty, which explains the empty net. And a good skate there from Jeremy Friedrich. Especially having to skate through traffic, that's a challenge.
And Ryan Douchman sitting for 2. And the Generals will head on to the power play for the first time this morning.
I'm going to be a bit of a broken record here, Eric, but it's a power play. This is when teams capitalise. We have a mistake, and now they have the offensive opportunity and the advantage of an extra man. So look, the Generals have done well to take advantage of this in the past games.
Generals power play starts now. Daniel Chan, the puck eventually leaves the circle. Now for Oxide. Oxide does a really good job of clearing it out. All the way back down. Friedrich's safety first. Max Miller applying some pressure. Now for Jeff Hu. Finds Julian Friedrich. Friedrich now left-hand side. He's got a bit of time and space. He looks for some support. Drops it off for Hu. Centering pass. Daniel Chen on the right-hand side. And a good save there by Montgomery on the left-hand post.
That'll really be lifting his team, Monty and Net, and just standing tall.
So great play here on the attack.
Little bit of mess in front. There's quite a few white jerseys in front of Montgomery there, but he comes out strong. He
had the scramble from right post to left post, and that's what they want to do, move both goalies around. Julian Friedrich now with 90 seconds remaining on their power play. Julian Friedrich fires Montgomery in front. Desperation in front. It was good work there by Kolacek. Here's Hu. Back now for Chan. Chan across ice pass. Doesn't connect with Koldika. Now it finds him. Julian Friedrich. Armed, ready and dangerous is Hu on the blue line. Finds Daniel Chan on the left-hand side. Here's Hu now. Hu fires, deflected high at it, but still in play. Koldika now walks the blue line. Fires, lots of bodies in front. Flicked out by Marcus Hosen. And all the way back down, it'll be a foot race, but Koldika will be first to the puck. He's got options left and right. 39 seconds remaining of the player advantage for the Generals. Callum Wardlaw applying some forechecking pressure. Matthew now handing it off for Henry York. Henry York trying to squeeze through a narrow corridor all the way back down, and that'll send Tyler Boyle back for a skate with 20 seconds remaining of the Generals power play. Getting around Callum Wardlaw via a pass, finding Cameron Hughes. Hughes enters the zone on the right-hand side now. He's got some options, finds Tyler Boyle, deflected from in front. Doesn't reach Montgomery. Back for Hosen. Kept in the zone well by Boyle. 5-4-3-2-1, power play over. And Douchman comes back into the fray. Matthew. And deflected. Your puck has landed into Sabers' bench. Would you like to play again?
Look, in that power play, penalty kill sequence, that's what I'm trying to say.
I wasn't sure which team you were going to talk about then.
The Sabers. Look, Callum Wardlaw was an absolute pest to the Generals in that sequence just then. He was in their face. He put pressure on them. He kept them down that end when they were trying to break out. Like, what a great play.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the Sabers bench. Marcus Hosen tapping it on, finding Cal Rash. Here's Max Miller. Max Miller fires. Blocker save into Zamboni corner there by Jeremy Friedrich. Battle up against the boards. Who involved in that? Back into neutral ice. Here's Marcus Hosen aiming for Nick Hare, who got out of the way of that one. Clearing it out via the boards. Tapped on. Out of the zone now. Here come the Generals briefly. James Williams underneath the central commentary position. Gavin coming back now for Beth Benson. Benson now has got some pressure. Rash was all over him. And that'll come back now for Jeff Hu. Cross ice pass. Generals in centre ice. Marcus Hosen in neutral ice. Benson trying to clear it out. Lots of congestion there. Kolacek. And that'll come back now for Marcus Hosen, Cafe corner. 13:30 remaining in the first period. 0-all the score. Back now, Benson battling with Max Miller. Dushman keeping it in the zone. Happy to give that a whack. Back now for Hughes. Hughes trying to find Julian Friedrich, but the pass was just a bit too strong. And Courtney, that will come back for a bit of extracurricular afterwards and a bit of a face wash there. And I won't be surprised if Mr. Hosen has a visit and an appointment in the penalty box.
Looks like both of them might be going.
So 5-on-5. So 2 number 4s in the penalty box. Julian Friedrich for the Generals and Marcus Hosen for the Sabers. And I was about to say, Courtney, that will come back for icing, but that'll get wiped out by the penalty.
Yes.
So
but the Sabers do have the attacking advantage up in the Generals' end.
You certainly learn a lot on weekends like this. 13-12 remaining, 5-on-5 hockey. Kept into the zone. That was a good shot and a good deflection in the corner by Friedrich. The initial setup there was from Oxlade. Noah Moncrief in the corner. Ryan Dushman battling hard with Cole Deaker up against the boards. Now they try and clear it out via Cameron Hughes. Great forechecking pressure there by Ryan Dushman though. Kept in there well initially. Entering the zone is James Williams, just happy to promote the puck. Sabers working it out of their own end. Here's Oxlade, he's been great with his speed. Oxlade enters the zone now on the left-hand side, trying to fire, but Cole Deaker does a good job of holding him up. Hughes comes into lend-a-hand, as does Dushman. Puck's free. Jerry Zhao just wide. Matthew now clears it out near the General's bench, kept in the zone well by Moncrief. Dushman, Zamboni corner. Zhao battling with Matthew. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Hughes and Dushman. Puck just needs to continue to move, and move it has. Great battle up against the boards. Chen versus Moncrief. Another battle with Zhao up against the boards, and eventually cleared out by Hughes into centre ice. Daniel Chen, he's under pressure. Neutral ice. Good work by Matthew, happy to dump it in, and he'll come off for a change. It'll come back. Cafe corner, centering pass from the Generals, couldn't quite connect. Charlie York there, working hard in the corner in Cafe corner. He's got Tyler Boyle in front, and Boyle almost connected with that one. Shot went wide there from Jamie Brown, and Jeff Hu has to come back. Hu under some pressure from Noon. Oh, great poke there by Devine. Causes the turnover. Good work there from Noon, trying to get a shot on. Zamboni corner again, 11 minutes before the short intermission. Here's Hu with options left and right. Elects to go to his right. Turnover though. Firing is Noon. And he closed the 5-hole rather quickly, Jeremy Friedrich, and I think Tyler Boyle might have copped an accidental stick or something as well.
But what a lovely, calm cycle around to get that shot. So great job by the Sabers to just read that he had the time and the space to have full control over that puck to take the shot.
That was great work too, to dispossess Hu off the puck and to cause that pressure and to cause that turnover.
But one thing I'm really noticing, particularly about the players on screen at the moment, they're not afraid to put their bodies on the line.
Absolutely. Noah Moncrief now looking to wander in, and Jeremy Friedrich at the right-hand post says, "You shall not enter." New line coming on. Here's Chen and Friedrich for the Generals. The Sabers electing to stay out there with with Moncrief, Dushman and Zhao. Attacking zone face-off, Sabers. Cleared out of immediate danger by Benson. Finds Chen on the left-hand side near Zamboni corner, trying to get around Dushman. There's an interesting battle. Dushman and Chen. Dushman ends up getting the better one of that one. Chen comes back for round 2. Now trying to clear it out is Koldika. Cross-ice pass, flinging it out, just flung in, and now that, Courtney, will come back for icing.
It sure will.
It's almost 10 minutes, and that was our first genuine icing call.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I don't know that the teams can do much more than what they're doing. They just need to keep pushing hard. The key will be maintaining this intensity. It is very easy to get tired, so they just have to keep driving.
Koldika battling his Zamboni corner, right-hand side, trying to clear it out. Miller providing some resistance. Here's a good opportunity for Chen. Gets driven into the boards. And the Sabers come up back with it. That's good work by Miller. Great poke there by Daniel Chen. Good work, cross-ice pass from Hosen. Couldn't quite connect with Callum Wardlaw. Julian Friedrich now. Friedrich trying to enter the zone. They were swarming over him like seagulls over a chip. Left-hand side, evasive action by Kolacek. Play continues now. Julian Friedrich up against the boards. The puck still free in the favour of the Generals. Cross-ice pass. Benson had some opposition in front of him. Here's an opportunity for Miller if he can get around Chen, which he can't. Chen has got Julian Friedrich for company. May not need him. Daniel Chen. He came in, but Montgomery was up to the task. Here's Moncrief now. Gets around Matthew like he was a pylon, and Matthew ends up getting the better of that one though, and they managed to clear it out. Julian Friedrich pressured there by Rash. Clearing it out now, finding Matthew around Moncrief. Ended up trying to reach Boyle, but the pass was just out of reach for him. Cafe corner, trying to clear it out now. Tapped on, and that will come back for icing.
So much is happening, Eric. So that sequence, the way that the Sabres are coming in and back checking and supporting their goalie is just brilliant. So there've been a few big opportunities there for the Generals, but the Sabres defense are coming through, and Monty is just standing tall.
So we'll have that one again. He certainly is a tall unit, Matt Montgomery. Attacking his own face-off for the Generals. Trying to clear it out his offside, but he was under pressure from the Orcs. Under some pressure, Noah Moncrief trying to clear it out. Big hit there, and that stung him there. That was Tyler Boyle with the hit. Moncrief a little bit shook up, but he seems to be okay. Tyler Boyle does show some concern, but he's heading over to the penalty box.
I feel like we saw a similar hit last night that saw Noah come down and hit his face on the ice, so it's certainly not comfortable.
Certainly not. So a power play coming up for the Sabres with 8:21 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal, pretty even, 7-6 in favour of the Sabres. Out of the zone, Hosen has to turn and chase, Oxblade has to turn and chase, and Julian Friedrich there applying the pressure. Chen coming up to apply some pressure as well, and that'll come back now for Hosen. Hosen, cross-ice pass, it'll come back for Miller in Cafe corner. Miller, cross-ice pass around the boards, trying to find somebody in black preferably, but up against the boards with Hosen. Centering now, Jeff Hu fires, deflected out of play near the Australian flag.
Max Miller coming in for an attempt to shut that play down. Went for a bit of a spin on the ice.
He certainly did.
I have to commend the Sabers. They're willing to come in and play really hard, even if at the cost of their bodies.
Moncrief against Hughes at the face-off circle. Minute 27 remaining of the power play for the Sabers. Cleared out by Matthew. Dushman with a big battle. Dushman getting the better of that one. He's in the attacking zone now. He's got no support briefly. He's got Noah Moncrief in front now. It was great work by Matthew to basically drive him around. And here's Hughes all alone. Oxblade's coming back. Can't get a good shot on. Goes wide. Kept in the zone briefly. But here's an opportunity for Hosen on the power play. Hosen now stops. Props the defender. Matthews lost his stick. He recovers. Tries to get a shot on. Tries to find Noah Moncrief. Just finds the glove of Jeremy Friedrich instead. Still 0-0 with 51 seconds of the Sabres power play.
It was looking a little bit like a Generals power play briefly there.
Certainly was. Attacking zone face-off coming up. Callum Wardlaw will take it for the Sabres on their attacking zone face-off. Kept in the zone by the Sabres. Zamboni corner. Battle up against the boards. Reinforcements arriving. Callum Wardlaw just sends the puck back into where the two players were originally. Here's Zhao now trying to clear it out. Here's Olkin. A give and go on the blue line. Here's Olkin, right hand circle. Fires. There's some traffic there. Got a bit of iron on the way through. Here's Zhao. Olkin under some pressure from Charlie York. Battle up against the boards. The puck hasn't moved very far in reality. Cleared out. Kept in the zone by the Sabres, who fires. Puck's free. Here's Quinn on the half wall. Quinn for the Sabres. 4 seconds of the power play remaining. Good quality shot from Quinn there with 2 seconds remaining on the power play. So the orders for Tyler Boyle to come when he comes out of the penalty box, come straight back to the bench. Miller will take the face-off against Chen. 6:23 remaining in the first. Still 0 the score. Gold medal game, Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series. Oh, here's Tyler Boyle straight out of the penalty box. Received the puck. Continues. Got a good quality shot on. Then it was stacks on. Julian Friedrich there, the human wrecking ball. Friedrich receives the puck again from Chan. Chan goes into lender hand. Oxlade's doing the majority of the work down there for the Sabres. Here's Chan now. He's got Friedrich for company. He's got some other support in the wall in the form of Hughes. Hughes taking over despite the attention to Miller. Good work there by both teams battling up against the boards. Chan, Oxlade with it now. Clears it out of immediate danger. Kept in the zone there by Benson. Here's Miller now. Miller trying to clear it out. Dispossessed there by Friedrich. Friedrich though. So 5-on-5 hockey, but for how long's the question? Player behind the net now. Friedrich trying to go back door on Montgomery. Didn't quite work on that occasion. Backhanded shovel from Jeff Hu. In the corner, Julian Friedrich. Not many whistles in this segment of play. Friedrich with the puck. Winds up, firing was Benson, but in front. Cleared out of immediate danger. Who near the penalty boxes. And that'll come back now for Benson. No icing, so Benson will come back. He's got Noah Moncrief immediately in front of him. Jeff Huth for company. Back in the centre ice. Here's Charlie York. Battling with Dushman. Entering the zone is Henry York. Henry firing. Puck still free behind the net. Sabres need to clear it out via Moncrief, and he does that. Aerial route, trying to connect with Dushman, but just out of range of Dushman. Flung in. Heavy contact up against the boards as he was going in. Henry York. Puck's going around everywhere, trying to clear it out now. And they clear it into centre ice. Lots of little individual battles here. Jerry Zhao just one of them. Wandering into the zone. That's Koldika. Koldika with it now. He's got some support in the form of Charlie York. York with it, fires. Just got a lot of Noah Moncrief on the way through. Zhao had his pocket pick. Dushman comes to lend a hand though. Dushman just sending it back for Hosen. Hosen cross ice pass. Collected a bit of Henry York on the way through. York with it now. Gives his teammates an opportunity to change. Entering the zone is York briefly. Here's Dushman with a couple of goals so far in this tournament. Going for a skate. Coming back. Who first to the puck for the Generals. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first period. 0-all the score. The gold medal game causes a turnover again, but the Generals are there in numbers thanks to Matthew. Getting around now is Kolacek. Entering the zone on the right-hand side is Gavin briefly. Sabers looking to take over and clear it out of their defensive zone. Here's Jerry Zell now. Tapped off a stick. Good battle there between Wardlaw and Who. Here's Hosen near the door of doom. Who almost found out why we called it the door of doom then, but it was all good. I thought the puck was going to go underneath the door there at some stage. And here comes Callum Wardlaw. Nice reverse pass, but oh no. It's there for Kolacek instead. Good shot under some pressure. Not many whistles in this segment of play, that's for sure. And here's Max Miller. Max Miller now entering the zone. He's got Who in front. Miller fires, but the presence of Who was enough, and Jeremy Friedrich collects a rebound off the back wall.
That felt like a long sequence of play.
It did.
And that, look, we get some really good hockey from that when you get a lot of 5-on-5 and teams get the chance that flow of the game is more consistent. And we're really seeing that. We're getting shots either end. It's really close with 8 shots on goal to 9 favouring the Sabers. And the score reflects it.
So Rash now under some pressure trying to clear it out. They do a good job of clearing it out. There's a penalty coming though. Tripping the call. Penalty box door will be opening with 2:14 remaining. And Cal Rash will be neutralised for a couple of minutes.
The Sabers will really have to work hard the next 2 minutes. This is a time that the Generals have capitalised on in the past and quite successfully. So, yeah, they'll have to make sure moving sticks, shut down shooting lanes, and look, boxing up is the traditional penalty kill system. So it's gonna be tough.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Generals at the start of the power play. Chen will take it against Moncrief. Puck will eventually leave the face-off. Circle firing was Julian Friedrich, cleared out by Max Miller all the way back down. No icing on the penalty kill. 2 minutes on the big clock, minute 48 on the small clock. And the Generals work it out at the defensive end. Here's Benson, left-hand side, passes his own bench, passes Chen, passes the attacking blue line. Benson skating in. He's got Oxlade all over him like Calamone motion. He was after it. Who didn't find it. Who's got it now? Right-hand side. Firing the puck was free briefly, but saved by Montgomery. It was a good quality shot as well.
Great coverage from the Sabers. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're on their man, and they're swinging their sticks, and they're slowing down the ability to shoot. So good work from the Sabers and good pressure from the Generals.
Attacking zone face-off coming up with a minute 26 remaining in the penalty, minute 40 remaining in the period, all the way back down, no icing in the penalty kill. Jeremy Friedrich will just save the puck and he'll pass it off to Jeff Who in Zamboni corner. Short break coming up in 90 seconds. Who with the puck on the left-hand side. Got a very popular goal yesterday. Tried to squeeze through a gap with 3 Sabers there. Didn't quite work for him. So they still regain possession via Julian Friedrich. Friedrich with it now. He's got options. He's got a shot. Got a good shot on him. And he saved it in the corner. Montgomery, they were trying to take his eyes away from him, but they didn't. Who just leaving it off for Friedrich now with 1 minute remaining in the period. Cross ice pass, Koldika. Under pressure from Miller with the active stick. Koldika cross ice or up the ice pass for Chen. Just dumping it off for Koldika again. Here's Jeff Who, left-hand circle. Who fires and trying to get it in front was Benson. Backdoor opportunity for Daniel Chen, but the Sabers were up for it. Montgomery waiting on the left-hand post, and the fans near the cafe really like that one. And we have another whistle. So the net's come off its moorings, and the Sabers are being told they can't change. 33 seconds remaining in the period, 19 seconds remaining on the penalty.
I think this is the toughest battle the Generals have had to date, being scoreless so close to the end of the first.
Attacking zone face-off. It's good work there by Charlie York eventually. Here's Matthew. Matthew thinks about firing. He's got Miller in front of him. Cross-ice pass. Here's Boyle. Boyle fires in the back of the net. And Tyler Benson nails it from distance. Tyler Boyle, rather. Tyler Boyle knows. And commentary curse there, caught.
Spoke too soon.
But the Generals scored. 20 seconds remaining in the period. And a power play goal. That was a great shot from Tyler Boyle.
Look, that's really going to lift the Generals, particularly going into a break.
So 20 seconds remaining in the period and a 1-0 lead to the Generals. Back to centre ice we go. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Puck will eventually leave the circle. Zhao going and chasing. Matthew now in good position. Right hand side. Centering pass finds Chan. Entering the zone now, finding Friedrich, trying to find Chan, but he was in some traffic. Hughes. There's been a big battle between Hughes and also Dushman the entire tournament, and that, Courtney, is the end of the first period in the gold medal game with a 1-0 lead to the Adelaide Generals, thanks to a very late goal in that first period.
And look, that was quite a first period. As I said just before that goal, that I think has been the toughest battle the Generals have faced in these tournaments so far. Both teams being kept scoreless until the last handful of seconds. So, well done to the Generals from the blue line too. That's a hell of a shot.
So here's our head-to-head for the first period. Very close with a goal to the Generals with 20 seconds remaining in the period. Shots on goal are favouring the Generals 14-9. So fairly close. Both goalies have had to be active.
Absolutely. And look, where most of the tournament, shooting glove side's been strong, I'm actually seeing two goalies this morning that are also quite strong blocker sides. So, they're stepping up, and I do feel like it is that gold medal game mentality where things change. Like the adrenaline just hits different, the game just hits different, and we're seeing that with the intensity. It's end to end, and it's quality hockey for a gold medal game here at the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase.
Absolutely. The Sabers, they were bronze medalists last year. The Generals champions, and the bronze medal went earlier to the Sun Devils. And at some stage after this game this afternoon, possibly, if you get a chance to see that game, the bronze medal game, if you haven't watched it, keep in mind it was 7 o'clock this morning, but you wouldn't have thought so. Once we got into the action, it was fantastic action.
And look, getting into the action, it was in the first 60 seconds.
Oh, there was so many hockey boxes, hockey cliches that we were able to tick off in that first minute alone. And the Glaciers, they certainly came back, and they put on the most goals that they'd scored in the tournament, and they were having a great time doing it.
It was good to see.
So if you've missed any of the games, Thought Fox Media Group YouTube page, they're all there from game number 1 on Wednesday evening to this game. All the games in between, they're all there. So the gold medal game, Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series, brought to you by Ice Hockey Australia. We are ready at centre ice. It'll be Callum Wardlaw for the Sabers, Cameron Hughes for the Generals. Let's play the hockey. Back now. Here's Max Miller. Miller with it, promoting the puck. Here's Wardlaw. Wardlaw centering, didn't have any support, but it was a good lead in. Here's Daniel Chen now centering pass, tapped on there by Friedrich. Coming back, big battle with Hosen, 4-on-4. Back now for Callum Wardlaw. Finds Hosen in Zamboni corner. Uses the wall. Beats the stick of Who. Who comes back and recovers. Spins. Big hit there. Back into neutral ice, and then Friedrich. Friedrich, cross to ice pass in the attacking zone now. Benson trying to find Hughes, but the Sabers are there in numbers. Sabers clearing it out now, back into neutral ice. Here's an opportunity for Miller. Miller walks in, Miller fires, but just wider Friedrich. Daniel Chan loaves it off for Friedrich of the Julian variety. Daniel Chan, Douchman coming onto the ice for his next shift for the Sabers. Chan around one, Douchman on the attack now, lifts his stick at the best opportunity. Chan, cross ice, just finds the glove of Miller. Douchman on the attack, trying to get the puck, but the puck was behind him. Here's Chan again, entering the zone, trying to get around Hosen. Hosen gets a better of that one in the end. Kept in the zone by Koldika. Koldika gets a pass on, back now for Charlie York, firing. Back now for Douchman in the corner. Douchman deflected off a stick, high, back into neutral ice. Koldika with it now, entering the zone, just happy to fling it in. Thought he was going to come off for a change, but he stays there. Hosen battling up against the boards with Henry York. Here's Noah Moncrief, big stretch pass intended for Ryan Douchman. Back now for Matthew. Matthew, he's got some wheels as well. Around Max Miller, entering the zone now. Goes high and wide past the outstretched glove there of Montgomery. Kept in the zone by the General, Scott Dewar. Dewar now centering, trying to find somebody in front. Couldn't quite connect though with Henry York. It'll come back now for Matthew. Matthew, left-hand side, tapped on. And there's a foot race. Tyler Boyle rather. Second time we've got the Bensons and the Boyles mixed up. Dewar fires it in, uses the wall, centering pass. Jeff Hu doesn't get all of that. He certainly sprayed it wide there, Boyle. Player's missing his stick. That's Jamie Brown in the corner who's thought was missing his stick. There's somebody missing a stick there on the ice. I think they're just going to leave it there. Don't want any weird penalties today. We've had enough of those. Back into neutral ice. And they come back now. Quinn all alone. Callum Wardwell fires. Good save there by Jeremy Friedrich. Battle up against the boards. Who lined him up? And who has tied up the puck well. Reinforcements arrive, including Wardlaw. Here's Quinn now doing a good job to keep it in as well. Deflected off the stick on the way through. Didn't have the deflection on or the direction. Back now. Here's Benson just settling the play down. Who cross ice pass. He finds Gavin. Back now for Who at his own defensive end behind Friedrich. Applying the pressure was Callum Wardlaw. Here's Julian Friedrich centering pass off the skates rather of Gavin. Manages to leave the puck behind. Williams comes in to lend a hand. And they try and clear it out. The Sabers going the aerial route via Oxlade. And that, Sam and Tegan, will come back for icing.
That's the first break in play for a little while. These two teams are doing really well at a good run of 5-on-5. So, look, there's very few things I could actually say that observing from our perspective could be adjusted. They just need to maintain possession of the puck, really.
Daniel Chan against Callum Wardlaw at the face-off circle. Attacking zone face-off for the Generals. Shot goes wide. Julian Friedrich with a good backdoor opportunity. He was battling hard against Quinn. Friedrich kept in the zone for Koldika. Left-hand side, battle up against that door. Out of the zone. Here's a foot race. Noah Moncrief for Jerry Zhao. The Zhao now centering. Couldn't find Noah Moncrief. He got the skates of Matthew instead. Zhao still with the puck. Kept in the zone by Moncrief. Now out of the zone, back in the neutral ice. Battle there between Moncrief and Hughes. Defensive end for the Generals, clearing it out. Daniel Chen pressured by Oxlade. Cross ice, Julian Friedrich thinks about using the wall. Elects to go backwards instead. Got a bit of time and space now. He creates a time and space for himself. Finds Hughes now. Hughes on the right-hand side, entering the zone. He's got Chen for some support. Back now for Julian Friedrich. Spins out of one. Friedrich, give and go down low with Daniel Chen. Oh, Jeff Hugh had one shot, had two shots, really whiffed on the first, made the second shot better. And that will come all the way back down for Jamie Brown from Queensland. All the way back down to centre ice. Heavy collision, Oxlade and also Tyler Boyle there combining and coming together near the penalty boxes. It'll come back now. Kolacek taking over his Oxlade, trying to enter the zone. There's some 12-on-12 action briefly between Brown and Devine. Saved there by Friedrich. Good work, Charlie York. York with the puck now of the Charlie variety. Who is Boyle? Boyle entering the zone. Saved there by Montgomery. The puck still free. Follow-up attempt there by Charlie York. Here's Max Miller. Boyle was under some pressure by Miller. Benson fires. Deflected. Zamboni corner. General's still up and about now. They can try and clear it out. Kept in the zone, showing some soccer skills was Matthew. Matthew fires, and a good save by Montgomery on the logo. I think Matthew looked a bit disappointed with how that shot ended up.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had as much strength behind it as he might have liked, particularly shooting from the point. It really needs that oomph. So, look, Generals are looking strong up this end, but the Sabers are looking just as strong. They're both, when they intercept the passes, they get a good run and make a good break-in opportunity. So, both teams just have to keep working hard.
Williams wins the face-off for the Generals. Battling Zamboni corner. Zamboni out in 13 and a half minutes. Callum Wardlaw now clearing it out. Battle with Matthew. Matthew gets the better of that one. Matthew entering the zone. He's got a lot of Sabers in front of him. Centering pass out of the zone, so they have to retreat. Benson. Yeah, Benson are just happy to dump it in the end. Oh, turnover. Here's an opportunity for Williams. Opportunity there for Gavin as well in front of the net. Hello to the Gavin family. Back now. Keeping it in is Benson. Battle up against the boards with Callum Wardlaw. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. Kept in the zone by the Generals. Opportunity fires. It was Kolacek with the shot, but there was a player in front. And cleared out into neutral ice. That's come out of the zone, boys. And they didn't come out soon enough. And Nick Ayre says that's enough to go all the way back down to the Generals' defensive end.
Yeah, it can be tricky sometimes. It can be quite noisy down there, so if you don't hear the linesman yelling out, you may just touch the puck and end up at the other end.
Especially if you've got your bench, because they were quite close to the General's bench. If the bench is trying to talk to you at the same time as the linesman,
yeah,
and there's other ambient noise around as well, especially during AI season if there's a lot of crowd noise in the building as well. Play continues at the Sabers attacking end. Zhao now against the board, trying to find Dushman, who took an air swing of that one. Held there by Jamie Brown. Kept in the zone by the Sabers. Give and go. Here's Dushman now centering off the pad. Saved there by Friedrich. Puck still free in the slot. Lots of little individual battles going here. The puck's free briefly, and now the puck's in the back of the net. And they have equalised. The Sabers, it's now 1-1.
And that's the effort you've got to put in. You've got to play the whistle, and you just keep pushing until that goes in. So you can see here there's a lot of players in front of the net here, and unfortunate for Friedrich, they just get it past him.
So Jerry Zhao there was the final tap in. There was a lot of work going on there, including Jamie Brown in defence here. This shot will show it excellently. The puck's still free there. And Jerry Zhao, he was under a lot of lots of pressure there on Jerry Zhao, but Jerry Zhao got the job done, and that may indeed be his first goal of the tournament. It is. Back now for Matthew at his own defensive end. Dushman, but Matthew recovers. Matthew clearing the zone, finding Charlie York. Battle up against the boards behind Montgomery. Here's Zhao, scorer of the last goal, centering pass, finding Noah Moncrief. Here's Dushman, who can be dangerous. Dushman, big battle with Matthew, and the puck deflects out of play.
something I'm finding with the turnovers, Eric, is a lot of the time the whoever's carrying the puck, they have opposition coming in really just to get in their way, and every now and then it's actually ending up in the feet. So that it just highlights you just got to get in their way and be in their face, and you'll either get it on your stick or at your feet and get it away from them.
Jeff Hu now receiving the puck off Jeremy Friedrich, centering pass. Back into the attacking zone, Charlie York, but the Sabers are there in numbers and they can clean up in defence. Cleaned up and kept in the zone by Hu. Off the skates of Miller on the way through, deflected in the Zamboni corner instead. They work it out now, back in the neutral ice. Matthew with it, it's back now for Hu. Hu got the stick of Wardlaw, causing a turnover. Back now for Hu recovers. Kept in the defensive end of the Generals for the moment. The helpful paddle just to settle it down there by Julian Friedrich. Tyler Boyle now going the aerial route, batted down. Now the Sabers trying to clear it out. Here's Hosen. Hosen uses the wall. Wardlaw avoids the hit from Hu. Battle up against the boards. In good position there is Matthew. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Henry York for the Generals, and they can clear it out. Off Hosen. Here's an opportunity, and he takes the opportunity. Tyler Boyle. Celebration number 2, goal number 2.
That was just beautiful.
Sometimes you just have to sit back and admire that one, and he was all alone.
That there is what I would call a defensive mistake from the Sabers. They really just let him get through them, and their back check wasn't quick enough. So really, the defense on the far side, away from where Boyle was, really needed to be back a bit further, ready to cover that, to shut down that breakout opportunity. So well done to Boyle.
2-1 Generals now in the gold medal game. Back now for Julian Friedrich. Passing it off left-hand side. Entering the zone now. Hughes on the charge. Here's Chen now with it. Chen circling, looking for a parking space, looking for a goal. Fires. Good save there by Montgomery on a quality shot there by Chen. Cleared out of the zone, so they have to turn and chase. The Generals will come back. They're certainly applying the pressure to via Devine on the Sabers. Trying to enter the zone now. Coldeka, right hand side. Oxlade. They clear it out. Here's Hughes. Hughes trying to find somebody. Finds Julian Friedrich. Finds Coldeka. Benson in the left hand circle. Kept in the zone and deflected through off some skates and then into the hand of Montgomery.
Well covered by Matt Montgomery. Look, the Generals did a really good job of being able to move that puck around. So it's that sort of play is very common on a power play when the opposition is a man down. But to move the puck around so quickly and precisely on 5-on-5, they did a great job to earn that shot.
Williams will take the face-off against Miller. Attacking zone face-off for the Generals to the right-hand side of Montgomery. Out of the zone now, back into neutral ice. Flung in briefly. Here come the Sabers now. Sabers entering the zone. Just wide of Friedrich there. Miller battling, but it comes back to Friedrich, who holds and saves.
And once again, we just had an opportunity to our right, and the Sabers have just brought us straight back up to give us an opportunity up this end.
Shots on goal favouring the Generals 20-13 at the moment. 9:16 remaining in the second. 2-1 Generals, and we'll have that one again. So Miller against Williams in the face-off circle. Attacking zone face-off to the left-hand side of Jeremy Friedrich. Big one-timer there from Hosen was wide. Kept in the zone via the Sabers. Now back into neutral ice. It's Miller. Has to wait for his teammate to get back on side. Leaves it off now for Hosen. Finding Miller. Miller in as a zone on the right-hand side. Miller fires across the face of goal. No action required there by Jeremy Friedrich, but he was there if it was a bit more on target. Here's Miller again. Nice work there by Gavin to dispossess Miller of the puck, and that's not an easy task to do. Back into centre ice, and it's Brown working it out now, right-hand side. That will beat everybody and everything, but it's in back behind the net. Play continues, no icing, out of the zone now, so it's left for Dewar. Dewar comes up, he's got Boyle for company, and a nice shot there from Dewar. Hasn't had many opportunities to get a good shot on like that.
A lovely little moment from Monty, putting his glove out and catching it, and then just looking in his hand, making sure it's there.
Good idea. Now, the goalies have a lot of problems with visibility depending on where they're looking and where the puck is and their equipment and that sort of stuff. It's certainly not easy.
It really makes it crucial as a defender to talk to your goalie and let them know where the puck is.
Here's Oxlade now working it out of his own defensive end. Finds Jerry Zhao, who's got the solo goal so far for the Sabers. Zhao now has got options left and right, looking towards the right. Gets around one, finds Dushman, cross ice pass, eventually finds Oxlade. Oxlade enters the zone on the left-hand side, but he's swarmed like bees on a honey pot, I think that's the saying, as tries to get around one, and that'll come back now from Matthew. Trying to clear it out of their defensive end, the Generals. Matthew almost leaves the puck. Charlie York almost leaves the puck behind him. It's back now for Noah Moncrief. Noah Moncrief centering, trying to find Dushman, but he was under some pressure, as was Zhao. One shot there saved by Friedrich. Oxlade, heavy collision there with Charlie York. Dushman. And we have a whistle.
All smiles from both benches at the moment, so it's nice to see that they're having a good time.
Absolutely, and that was one of my pointers from the earlier game. To have some fun, and the Glaciers certainly did that, and the Sun Devils contributed to that game as well. Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Callum Wardlaw takes it against Cameron Hughes. Clearing it out near Cafe Corner, Daniel Chen up against the boards. Big one, timer goes high wide and out of play, courtesy of Mr. Campbell. Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Wardlaw against Hughes. Both ironically teammates at the Rhinos. Back now, Sabers now on the attack. Heavy contact in the board. Hughes dispossesses him off the puck. Here's Chen under some pressure. Good work there by Campbell. Now they're clearing it out. Going towards the right-hand side. Firing. That was good work by Koldeco. Nice quality save there by Montgomery. Up against the door. Daniel Chen, he's underneath there somewhere. Still gets the puck after all of that. Contributing. Trying to clear it out are the Sabers. In the slot, pressure there, Chen there, got a shot on, trying to fire, is Koldeca, out of the zone, so they have to retreat. Jeff Hu brings the puck back, Miller, oh no, that was unfortunate. Miller walks in, the puck's still free, and Jeff Hu will be breathing a sigh of relief after that one. He just lost an edge going backwards. The puck's moving fast at both ends. Hughes, the puck's still free. Friedrich has a shot. The Sabers clear it out. Well kept in the zone by Matthew. Fires! Oh, what a shot from distance from Matthew. 3-1 now.
We'll watch the replay on that. I suspect there's a lot of mess in front of that net and a big screen in front of Montgomery. So he'll be feeling the weight of that one as they pull ahead a little bit further. And look, I was watching the game and just reflecting.
This one will show you well caught how many people are in the immediate vicinity.
I think Montgomery just really couldn't see where that was coming from. And sadly, it's his own player.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Sometimes, the players on their own team are trying to do the right thing, but sometimes they can take the eyes off the goalie just as much as the other team. So 3-1 with 6 minutes remaining in the second period before the Zamboni break. Here comes Noah Moncrief. Moncrief gets held up there by Williams. Still regains possession of the puck though. Matthew got the last goal, comes in. Centering pass. Firing. Puck deflects out of play off Friedrich. Ryan Dushman there and thereabouts in front just in case there was a rebound.
So watching this game, I was just reflecting on something one of my other co-commentators said, which I believe Don Champagne once said that hockey is a game of mistakes, and that's really what this game is coming down to. It's who's going to make the mistake and who's going to capitalise. And that last goal is reflective of that the Sabers were screened Montgomery and it cost them.
Absolutely. Attacking zone face-off now for the Sabers. Still lots of time, 3-1 the score. 5:40 remaining in the second period. Matthew uses the wall. That'll come back now for Hosen. Hosen at his defensive end's got Moncrief. Here's Moncrief now with a bit of time and space. Gets a nice puck to Zhao. Almost, I thought it was heading in towards the benches, but it worked out well for Zhao in the end. Here's a foot race. Here's 14 on 14. Desperation from both 14s there. Mikiowski regains possession briefly, back into neutral ice, flung in by Henry York. No action required there by Montgomery. Here's Dushman. I don't think Dushman saw Henry York there. Back now for Hughes. Hughes trying to centre, trying to connect with Chen, but couldn't. There were a couple of Sabers in the way. Here's Dushman now. Dushman around one, around a couple. Couldn't really get around Jamie Brown, but still manages to do it. Has his stick lifted the possible opportunity there, and the Generals look to clear it out. Here come the Generals again through Chan. Chan, good work by Hosen to send him wide. Pressured into the boards there by Wardlaw. Still regains possession. Cleared out of the slot there by Oxlade with the stick. Who gets in good position there and clears that one up. Finds Julian Friedrich. Finding Chen on the blue line. Didn't miss with the hit. Hosen, penalty coming. Hosen touches up, and Marcus Hosen goes back to the penalty box. 2 minutes for holding.
So there's that mistake we were talking about. Penalties are probably one of the biggest, where it cost the team 2 minutes and a man down.
So 4:11 remaining in the second period. And the Generals, leading 3-1, are about to go on the power play. Marcus Hosen protesting his innocence all the way over to the box. Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Generals. About to start the power play. Chen at the face-off circle, fires, and the power play is over in 2 seconds. Mowee. Marcus Hosen didn't even get a chance to sit down. Tim Benson there, excited to come back to the bench after that one.
Look, they've done exactly what you need to do on a power play. So they've extended their lead, and it's starting to be a little bit of a hill for the Sabers to climb. Not quite a mountain yet.
Not quite a mountain.
But we're definitely on an incline.
I like that.
I learned from the best.
Thanks, Court. Back to centre ice, 4-1 now. The hill, the molehill, the mountain. Back now for Matthew. Entering the zone, finding Williams. Battle up against the board, Zamboni corner. Zamboni out in just under 4 minutes. Matthew does a good job of keeping it in the zone. Now it's out of the zone. His teammates have to retreat. So Matthew helps and brings the puck back and then whiffs on it. Matthew now under some pressure from Zhao. Back now for Who straight up the ice, finds a teammate in the form of Gavin. Gavin comes down, back now for Quinn. Quinn using the backboards, finds Zhao. Zhao's got a bit of time and space. And, this could have been very, very bad there for the Sabers, but Montgomery was paying attention. Back now for Zhao at his own defensive end. They just need to clear it out. They're certainly providing forechecking pressure by Dewar on that occasion. Cross-ice pass from Dushman. Entering the zone now. He's finding Campbell. High wide now to play.
Oh, that was a moment.
Take a breath, Court.
Yeah, that's lot of pressure up in that zone, but Montgomery was all over it. And then, look, they did a lot of good after that. The Sabers really, they pushed take-to-take passes to get it out of the zone, and that's what they need to do. They can't afford to be dumping it into the neutral zone and chasing after it. They have to carry it through.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Cleared out of immediate danger by Coldeka. Battle up against the boards. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. Cameron Hughes getting the better of that one for the Generals. Hughes around one. Hughes has been dangerous. Finds Chan. Back for Hughes. Hughes pressured. Chan under some pressure himself up against the boards. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. Julian Friedrich involved there. Turned over back into the slot and cleared out. It was good work there by Rash, and they clear it up and they take it back via Julian Friedrich all the way back to their goal line. Could have almost been a high stick there, as backhanded shovel by Cameron Hughes, who'll come off for a change. 2:10 remaining in the second period. Julian Friedrich turnover. Back now into neutral ice. Miller looking to cause a turnover of his own. Finds Julian Friedrich now. He's got some support. Tim Benson scoring the last goal. Back now for Julian Friedrich. Thinks about firing. Fakes a shot. Gets a pass on. Deflects around. Charlie York involved. Wrap around attempt opportunity for Daniel Chen. Lots of congestion in the slot. Back now for Charlie York. Daniel Chen. Marcus Hosen, good work. Hosen getting in there, still in the attacking zone, and now, but out of the zone now. So Jeff Hu brings the puck back. Hu entering the zone. Jeff Hu takes a shot, fires, and a nice save there by Montgomery with 85 seconds remaining in the period.
Look, if I'm in the Generals camp, I'm feeling pretty confident with this lead, but the Sabers need to keep their heads up. We've still got 21 minutes and 25 seconds to go, so there is a lot of hockey time to fight back.
Attacking zone face-off coming up. It'll be Douchman against Charlie York. Attacking zone face-off for the Generals. Here's an opportunity for Miller. Miller will grab this team on his back and say, boys, let's go. Miller gets forced wide by Jeff Hu. Kept in the zone. Firing. Got a lot of Miller on the way through. Douchman now, 65 seconds remaining, kept in the zone by the Sabers. Hu battling with Douchman up against the boards. Reinforcements arrive, and the Generals will be happy with this, just eating some time out of the clock. Here's Oxlade, leaves the puck behind. Tyler Boyle coming back. They have to come back to Sabers, 50 seconds remaining. It'll just be a foot race here. Tyler Boyle applying some pressure. The man comes down. The puck's still there. Puck just needs to continue to move. Our referee's taking a very close look at that one. Now they get it out of danger via Oxlade. Oxlade left-hand side, trying to get around Henry York. Centering pass intended for Douchman. Didn't quite connect with 25 seconds remaining in the period. Here comes Williams near his own bench. Williams looking for some support. Williams now finds Julian Friedrich. Friedrich fires, and a nice save by Montgomery through the traffic. Not quite Hexham Bridge traffic, but traffic nonetheless.
Yeah, he's done really well to maintain clear vision of that.
I thought your phone was going to fall off onto the ground.
No. Look, Montgomery's maintained really clear vision of that, made a beautiful stop, and as much as we're looking at 10 seconds of attack at this point, the Sabres are doing really well to maintain possession. Great win from Moncrief there.
Your puck has landed in General's bench. Would you like to play again? At 6 seconds remaining, that puck looked like it was just going to go along the wall, take out a couple of Generals players, and then go back into play at one stage. Attacking zone face-off. Friedrich against Moncrief. Hosen comes back. Battle up against the board. Number 4 on number 4. Kept in the zone. And that will be it for the second period. And the Generals, the defending champions of the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League, they take a 4-1 break into the Zamboni break.
Look, if I'm in the Generals camp, I'd be feeling pretty confident, but it's important to not get complacent with that lead. In the Sabres camp, I think they should be feeling good, and they just have to keep driving harder and drive up that shot count.
Absolutely. The shot counter at the moment is favouring the Generals 26-16. So a fantastic period of hockey to come. The gold medal game, the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League. The Zamboni will come onto the ice for the Zamboni break, and we will come back in approximately 10 minutes' time for the resumption in play. The gold medal game of the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series, brought to you by Ice Hockey Australia, where the Adelaide Generals are leading the Sydney Sabers 4-1. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. See you then. welcome back to the gold medal game of the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series, brought to you by Ice Hockey Australia. Looking at the statistics so far, the Adelaide Generals are leading 4-1. Shots on goal favouring the Generals 26-16. The Sabers, Courtney, you were saying there's a bit of an incline at the moment. It's not quite a mountain yet. It's a hill, but they don't want the hill to get any bigger.
Correct. And look, we've seen teams over and over have fought back from worse gaps in the scoreline. So if the Sabers have had, in their change room, it's a time to reset, refocus, and come out with the same intensity that they did at the start, because really this game has been exciting. It hasn't let us down, and I'm looking forward to what both of them give us in this period.
So just having a look at the goalies on screen, and both of them have taken the opportunity to leave the screen as we set that one up. Matt Montgomery for the Sabers and also Jeremy Friedrich for the Adelaide Generals. Having a look at the bench of the Sabers now, cool, calm and collected. And the Generals, as you'd expect, Court, are certainly up and about.
Yeah, absolutely. They sound pumped and very ready. So just a quick review of the 5 goals that we've had so far. Period 1 saw Charlie York score, and period 2, Tyler Boyle, Bodie Matthew and Cameron Hughes for the Generals, with the 1 goal going to Jerry Zhu for the Sabers.
So shots on goal 26-16 in favour of the Generals. 1 period remaining, the gold medal game, Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Series, brought to you by Hockey Australia. Ice Hockey Australia, and Daniel Chan loses the puck. Friedrich now just elects to go backwards for the moment, finding Jeff Hu. Here's Cameron Hughes. Hughes entering the zone, and it's back now for the Sabers. Jeff Hu with the big hit. There's a penalty coming, and Hu will be heading to the penalty box after that one. That shook up Kolacek a little bit.
It certainly was a big centre ice hit, and Jeff Hugh looks shocked, so there's no malice in it, but it is just part of hockey that it's just hit him in an awkward way. And so this is a huge moment for the Sabers, getting this offensive opportunity with an extra man, and it will be really good to see them move this puck around, get the Generals out of position and find the back of the net. And
it also takes a valuable defenseman out of the Generals lineup in the form of Jeff Hu. Anywho, back now for Matthew, and I didn't even mean that, by the way. Play continues. Here's Oxlade keeping it in the zone. Puck pinballs around. Matthew looking to be first to the puck there. Bit of opposition by Noah Moncrief. Max Miller coming in. Marcus Hosen coming in. Miller centering pass. Noah Moncrief, good shot from range. Cross ice pass. Oxlade again. Fires. Traffic in front. Goes wide. Julian Friedrich does a good job of clearing it out all the way back down. No icing on the penalty kill. Matt Montgomery just looks at the puck and leaves it. A good pass there from Hosen. Under some pressure is Moncrief. Does a good job of keeping it in the zone though. Ryan Dushman goes surfing. Trying to clear it out is Williams, all the way back down. Oxlade has to go for another skate. Montgomery just settles the puck down and just leaves it for Oxlade. Oxlade trying to get around one. Has some support in the form of Hosen. All the way back down. And will that be Pete Lambert's cardinal sin of, conceding icing on a power play?
Absolutely.
Hi, Pete, if you're watching.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is be giving up valuable, ice time and being forced right back into your zone with 51 seconds left on a power play and a 1-man advantage. Attacking
zone face-off for the Generals. Dushman looking to get out of there. Dushman with the puck now. Goes left-hand side. Funky bounce off the boards. Intended for Miller. Didn't quite find him cleanly. Opportunity, but he comes back and helps save the situation. Good shot there by Williams, so under some pressure. Noah Moncrief. They come back. They fling it out. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Cross ice pass. Here's Miller. Nice pass here for Hosen. Hosen entering the zone now. He's got Dushman for company. Dushman back now for Hosen. Hosen, 14 seconds remaining of the power play for the Sabers. Gives it back now for Dushman. Dushman, Zamboni corner. Back now for Hosen. 4 seconds in the power play. Firing, and a good shot and a good save there. Shot from Hosen, saved by Friedrich.
And Jeffu coming out of the box at the end of that play, just before the whistle.
So who out of the box? And an attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabers. Wardlaw will take it against Hughes. To the left hand or blocker side of Friedrich. Attacking zone face-off Sabers. 1. Benson battling. Who contributing? Back now for Chen. Chen, centre ice pass, finds Julian Friedrich. Now for Who. Who happy to fling it in. Battle up against the boards. Heavy contact up against the boards there with Hughes. I think that's stung him a little bit. Quinn, Julian Friedrich in good position. Miller's lined him up. Back now for Who. Who fires it in, deflected off a stick on the way through. Now they can clear it out on the right-hand side. Kept in the zone, though, by Daniel Chen. Out of the zone now. Here's an opportunity for Miller, but Who was there first? Here's Jeff Who now. Left-hand side, entering the zone via Julian Friedrich. Nice pass for Daniel Chen. Chen walks in. Can't quite pull the trigger. Julian Friedrich fires high. Another opportunity for Friedrich. Thought he was going to go for the drive. Sends it wide, and they should be able to get it out of the zone. The Sabers, and they do. All the way back down. And that, Michael, will come back for icing.
Look, some credit to the Sabres defence there. There was a lot of mess in front of Montgomery on those shots on. But I did see Callum Wardlaw come streaming through and just knock that puck straight up to the boards and get it out. So good coverage from the D-men.
I wouldn't want to be trying to commit an illegal line change in front of Joey Terrio and Nick Eyre, that's for sure. Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabres. Cafe corner. Max Miller got enough stick on that. It's left now for Matthew, who's been impressive. Matthew enters the zone on the right-hand side. Certainly didn't make it easy for him. Gets around a couple, and he's still got a good quality shot on there, Matthew, showing all of his skills. Sabers clearing it out. Ice is slippery. Mikios recovering. Desperation from Matthew, throwing his body around to block that pass. Matthew with the stick heads up towards the Generals bench. Hosen uses the wall. Matthew clears it out of danger, and that will come back for icing. 15:45 remaining. Generals 4-1.
As with the way the game has been set, going end to end to end to end, so we're seeing that again this period.
Back now, Moncrief will take the attacking zone face off. The puck still in play behind the net. Jerry Zhao, who's got himself a goal. Battling is Dushman, battling up against the boards against Brown. Zhao coming into lend a hand as well, along with Williams. Generals get the better of that one. No turnover. Noah Moncrief wandering in. Backdoor opportunity possibly. Dushman looking to take over now. Battle up against the backboard. Dushman getting told there's a goalie without his stick at the moment. He hasn't got an opportunity to get at Friedrich, so his defence really needs to help him out at the moment. Dushman, I don't know if the Sabres have realised it. Back now for Hosen. Hosen thinks about firing. Hosen fires it into the glove of Jeremy Friedrich. Now he can go and recover his stick.
And it wasn't just not in his hand, but completely around the corner behind the net. So he's done a beautiful job catching that in his glove with looking like absolute ease. He had perfect vision straight through to the blue line to Hosen. Well done.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sabres. One there by Wardlaw. Firing, and a stick goes flying into two pieces. Another one. Back now. Here's Miller. Miller gets forced back by Oh, Tyler Boyle was so close there for an opportunity. Spraying it wide, Henry York. Here's Benson. Back now for Quinn. I would hate to think about the amount of shattered sticks in this tournament. Back now for Wardlaw. Wardlaw enters the zone. Great work, Charlie York, to dispossess him of the puck with that poke check. Back now, Callum Wardlaw just controlling the puck despite the attention of Charlie York. Around one, Daniel Chen. Double team there, Chen. Reinforcements arriving from both teams near the Sabers bench. It'll come back now for Coldeka. Another stick goes flying, but this time it's not broken. Up against the boards. They're trying to clear it out now. The Sabers right here inside. They do that back into neutral ice. And there is a penalty coming against Team White. So the penalty box door will be opening for the Generals. So we'll see who the guilty party is. Cameron Hughes will be sitting for 2. And a power play, Courtney, coming up for the Sabers.
A big, important power play to really cut down that scoreline in these last 13 minutes, 48 seconds. They really want to find the back of the net as quickly as possible.
They need to start climbing the hill.
As far as those broken sticks, I think that's only the second of this tournament.
Well, we had the rather unusual one in the last game. Back now for Hosen. Hosen with the no-look pass finds Miller. Miller on the right-hand circle now. Cross-ice pass off the skates of Oxlade. And they should be able to clear it out, and they do via Jeff Hu. There's lots of little battles going on here. Julian Friedrich enters the attacking zone. He's got Chen for company. Finds Chen now. Chen getting around one. Can't pull the trigger. They still regain possession. And Julian Friedrich just elects to go back. Finds Matthew all the way back down. No icing on the penalty kill. It's left now for Oxlade. Oxlade has got Miller for company. He tries to find Douchman. The bounce off the boards really worked for Douchman on that occasion because it looked like it was going to head for icing. Off the body of Oxlade, but out into neutral ice. Good pressure applied there by Henry York. Oxlade comes back into the attacking zone. Oxlade fires, but it got a little bit of Coldeka on the way through. Aerial route. Here's a foot race. Henry York should be first to the puck there. Helped into the boards there by Noah Moncrief, 9-on-9. Here's Max Miller now. Miller, nice pass for Hosen. Hosen gets around one. Hosen gets around the same one for the second time. Hosen near Zamboni corner. Hosen's got some support via Douchman on the half wall. Douchman under some pressure. Finds Hosen. Puck pinballs around to Moncrief behind the net. Moncrief battling off some skates. Thinking about firing. Douchman, lots of traffic in front, does a good shot there, lots of pressure in front there, kept in the zone by the Sabers. Cross-ice pass for Miller. Miller with the one-timer, went across the face of goal. No action required there by Friedrich. Back now for Douchman in Zamboni corner. Fires, deflected. Noah Moncrief, and then into the glove there of Friedrich via Marcus Hosen.
Great little sequence of play. There was just some great puck movement, great passes. And a few shooting opportunities. So, look, the Sabers really did all they could in that moment, and the Generals will be getting a player back shortly.
1 second of alone time for Cameron Hughes. He's had a minute 59 of alone time.
So we have a Sabers player in the back ready to cover.
Attacking zone face-off, and that's a very good point because sometimes the player coming out of the penalty box is important. Back now for the Generals on the attack in the corner. That's Gavin battling. Reinforcements arrive. The puck just needs to continue to move to the satisfaction of the referee. Here's Hu walking the blue line. Hu gets a shot on. Deflected high and wide and out of play. Down to deep third man.
We're a little bit more start-stop in this period. There's been a lot more whistles than the first two, but that's possibly good. So as the game moves on, that energy and that real desire to get more goals can spark a little bit of extra push and shove. So
bit of pushy shoving. Back now for Marcus Hosen. Hosen trying to clear it out. Who was on the blue line? Now back in the neutral ice. Entering the zone is Rash, but Rash fires a good save there by Friedrich on the left-hand post. Coming back now for Wardlaw. Wardlaw keeping it in the zone for the Sabers. 11 minutes remaining. They're down by 3 goals. They need to start climbing the hill. Here's some pressure. Here's Kolacek finding Gavin, and they've gone offside.
So where I was going to end that sentence was just that start-stop whistle, I think, helps just keep everyone cool. It gives that little bit of break, just stops any of that energy from boiling over into risking those teams making mistakes.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the Sabers bench. Here's Matthew. Finds Chen. Chen enters the zone, just happy to dump it in. Oxlade goes for a skate. Oxlade does a good job of clearing it out. Cross-ice pass from Zhao. Gets the stick of Dushman, but it comes back now for the Generals at their defensive end. They should be able to clear it out. Zhao providing some resistance. Here's Chan entering the zone, getting forced wide. Julian Friedrich takes over. Friedrich centering pass. Matthew under some pressure, couldn't get a shot on Dushman. The puck comes out of the zone, and the Sabers through Oxlade walking. Good check there with the stick on the puck there by Julian Friedrich. Back now for Dushman, battling. Zhao appealing for a penalty of the Sabers. Dushman's lost his stick, another broken one. Back now for Daniel Chen. Chen now entering the zone, trying to get around one, trying to pass it off to Hu, but Hu was well and truly marked there by the Sabers. Heavy contact on the boards near the Sabers bench. He certainly enjoyed that one. Daniel Chan certainly doesn't mind getting in the corners. Charlie York gets a shot on and scores.
Oh, really feeling for Matt Montgomery there, just looking, thinking he had it. So it's starting to look a little more like a mountain now with the timing left.
So timeout Sabers.
So in that replay, you can just, if we can watch here, you can just see Matt shuts it all down, thinks he looks and thinks he has it, and then realizes it's behind him, and that feeling of disappointment.
So the Sabers certainly wouldn't be happy with the situation that they're in. Looking at the Sabers bench there, we can see Noah Moncrief sitting on the ice receiving the information from the coaching staff with 9:33 remaining. They're down by 4 goals. Meanwhile, the Generals bench a lot more subdued, as you can imagine. They're certainly in the box seat coming towards the end of a long tournament. We've been here 2 games a day since Wednesday. And the Generals possibly 9 minutes and 33 seconds away from a successful challenge for their championship. But there's still lots of hockey left in this one, and the Sabers, they've certainly got the firepower.
Absolutely there is. And look, a timeout can serve 2 purposes. It can be the coach wanting to take an opportunity just to show them a very specific break-in and shots on that they want them to take. It can also just be an actual break, just so they can take a breath beyond the stop time we're getting in hockey in the game itself, just to reset the mindset and focus on what the job is they've got to get done.
And also too, you don't want a bang couple of goals in a couple of seconds scenario. So that way it breaks the momentum up. Here's Daniel Chen entering the zone, getting forced wide by Marcus Hosen. Hosen in good position there up against the board. Shot. There's bodies in front, but the Sabers can clear it out. Here's Miller. Miller, vital for this team. Here's Jeff who thinks about going behind his own net, changes his mind, is in a foot race with Miller. Centering, but couldn't find who again. Hosen goes all the way back down. No icing. Back now, Benson battling with Miller behind his own net. They've got a body in front. The puck's free, but it's recovered there by Daniel Chen. And the Generals just quite happy to dump it in, giving themselves an opportunity to change. Hughes comes off, battle up against the boards, behind the net. Hosen, cross ice pass, trying to get around was Noon. and the Generals clear it out via Benson, and that comes back now for the Sabers in their defensive end. 8.5 minutes remaining. 5-1 to the Generals. Have the Generals done enough? Henry York with it now. Battle up against the boards. Jerry Zhao continues to work hard at his defensive end, trying to find Dushman. Dushman was under some pressure. Dushman comes to the ice, wanting a penalty. None coming. Play continues. Happy to go the aerial route, dumping it in. Henry York. First to the puck is Henry York. Big battle up against the boards. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Tyler Boyle. Dushman coming in as well. Max Miller getting in there on the attack, centering pass. Here's Benson. Right-hand circle, getting forced wide by Hosen. Hosen in good position. Here's Zhao, a little bit of open ice. Here's Dushman with a bit more open ice. Reinforcements arrive. Good work there by Boyle. Boyle with it, happy to dump it in. Saved. Just leaving it off for Noah Moncrief. Moncrief with it now behind his own net, looking for options. Passes, goes the aerial route. It was a bit awkward by Kaveen, but it got the job done. Here's Quinn entering the zone, tries to fire. Two Generals in front of him. The puck's still free, cleared out of immediate danger by the Generals. 7 minutes remaining. Now they clear it out, just with a backhanded shovel and out of play.
That was quite a run of 2-3 minutes of hockey, Eric. The Generals definitely do not want the Sabers to have any possession, and the little bit of possession Sabers have had, they just haven't been able to do much with it. They're getting cut off, intercepted, and that's really the hockey that the Generals need to play just to hold on to that lead. So while they'll be wanting to get up and get goals, possession of the puck is key.
Back now for Hosen. Hosen at his own defensive end, clears it out, finds Miller. Miller loses possession, back in a neutral ice. Callum Wardlaw in a battle. Back now, cross ice pass from Gaveen. Finds Williams, back now for Gaveen. Gaveen tries to squeeze through a gap. Williams with a follow-up opportunity, and the gap closed rather quickly for Gaveen. Sabers clearing it out all the way back down, and that will come back for icing.
I'm very much enjoying the fact that it's still just good, clean, intense, fun hockey. We're not seeing any stupid mistakes. We're just seeing them play to move it around and playing their best hockey.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Generals. Hughes takes it against Wardlaw. Puck will eventually leave the face-off circle. Back now for Julian Friedrich. For Hughes now. Hughes, and we have a penalty coming. Interference the call. Penalty box door will be opening with 6:16 remaining on the big clock. 2 minutes going on the small clock, and it's Daniel Chen heading to the penalty box. You had the puck at your attacking end, and you end up in the penalty box. Not ideal.
Not at all. And look, this is a great chance. I'm a broken record today. A great chance on a power play to get some solid shots on and maybe just close that gap a little more.
Is the hill a mountain now?
Yeah. The time left on the clock, absolutely.
Attacking zone face-off, one there by Dushman. Trying to get it out is Matthew. Matthew clears it out. Finds Hughes. Tapped on the stick there. Oh, Friedrich. It's a foot race. It's a 4-on-4. Player 4-on-player 4-foot race. Hosen was just narrowly first to the puck. Back now, left-hand side. Here's Friedrich looking to put the exclamation points on things. Coming back now, just brings it back, controlling the pace, killing some time. 90 seconds before Daniel Chen can come back. Here's Oxide. Here's Who now. Who with a shot and saved there by Montgomery.
Yeah, with time as time ticks down, we're sitting at about, they need a goal every minute to not only tie but get ahead, and that's a big ask. So I think really they just don't want them to get any more and try and close the gap as best they can.
Dushman against Charlie York at the face-off circle. Here's Marcus Hosen. as I might say in Bears commentary, they need to go, and they need to go now, the Sabers. Entering the zone on the left-hand side, dumping it in is Noah Moncrief for Bear himself. Battle up against the board, Charlie York against Ryan Douchman. All the way back down. Montgomery just leaves it for Hosen. Applying some pressure is Williams. Nice pass, finds Miller. Miller needs to spark his team. Miller trying to get in there. Miller just sprays it a little bit wide. Here's Hosen on the left-hand side. Matthew comes in and they get it out of the zone, courtesy of Williams. It's a foot race on. Quinn versus Charlie York. Quinn's first to the park. Line change coming on for the Sabers. Left-hand side. Here's Miller. Up the ice he goes. Here's an opportunity, Noah Moncrief, but they were there. Centering pass, trying to find somebody in blue in the black and blue in the slot. There was no one cleared up. Here's Miller. Miller at his own defensive end. Guarded there by Henry York. Quinn. They clear it out now. Here's Zhao. Zhao enters the zone, going straight up the middle. Zhao fires and a nice glove save there. Drops the mic. 5-1.
That has been a very effective penalty kill for the Generals. They've been able to ice it and really wind down that clock, forcing the Sabers to skate a lot further. Ideally on that power play, you're not going any further than that blue line in the zone, but having to skate from end to end throughout that 2 minutes, it will have worn them down.
Daniel Chen can come out of the penalty cube in 4 seconds. Back now for Hu. Hu just gets the puck out of there, and that worked out really well for Chen. Hu went around the boards, found Chen, entering the zone now. Cross ice pass, here's Hughes. Hughes under some pressure. The two guys just lined him up and drilled him. Here's Quinn now. Quinn, own defensive end. They need to go now. Here's Hu, around for Chen. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich winds up, thinks about power drive. Off the iron, it could have been 6. Hu fires, goes wide. Up against the boards. Here's Julian Friedrich. Battle up against the boards against Quinn. Backhanded shovel. In the corner, time rapidly expiring. 3.5 minutes remaining in this gold medal game. The Sabers, they won't give up, but the mountain is getting too tall for them. In the corner near skate higher shot. Eating valuable seconds off the clock. Up against the boards, they try and clear it. They try and clear it out, the Sabers, but they can't. The General's in command of this one. Here's Friedrich. He's got Hughes for company. Friedrich now. Friedrich fires. And it was a good save there by the defenseman. All the way back down now. Under 3 minutes remaining. Sabers need to get it out of this end rapidly. Here's Quinn. They do that. And it had was that the jumbo?
I think it was. Sorry, Michael.
So the plexiglass will project the jumbo.
The commentator's curse, though. We keep saying things and it happens.
Yep. The only jumbotron in a permanent stadium, in a permanent ice hockey stadium in the country. Big one-timer there, but it didn't go anywhere in the end. Back now through Miller. Miller getting absolutely pressured there by Williams. Heavy contact there. Dished out by Hosen. Here's Campbell. Battle up against the boards. Hosen again. Time rapidly expiring. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Here's Miller now. Miller going back for Hosen. Cross ice pass. And the General's just happy to dump it in. Hosen near Cafe Corner. Got options left and right. Alex to go towards the right-hand side. Centering pass. Couldn't quite connect with Liam Jones. Back now for Matthew. Under 2 minutes remaining now. The Generals, right-hand side. Getting through there was Koacek. Shot goes wide. No action required there by Montgomery. Now the Sabers try and clear it out. Here's Matthew. Matthew now, unfortunately, the Sabers have had spending a lot of time defending. Entering the zone, Charlie York briefly. It was good work to tie him up, though. via Campbell. Miller finding Hosen. Hosen trying to get around Henry York. Hosen, middle, almost made it to the neutral zone. Did come out of the zone briefly. And here comes Miller trying to get it out, but Tyler Boyle's there briefly. Back into neutral ice. Miller going the aerial route. Henry York gloves it down to himself. Here's Jeff Hu. Hu centering pass. Getting around one with Charlie York. Here's brother Henry. Henry. Here's Oxlade, right hand side. Under a minute remaining. Adelaide, get ready. Hu enters the zone. Centering pass. Under some pressure was Henry York. Marcus Hosen, 35 seconds remaining. Hosen looking for a centering pass. Benson controlling him. Moncrief coming in. Oxlade looking to attack the net. Centering pass. Doesn't connect. Douchman. Miller's armed ready and dangerous. Doesn't receive the pass. Off the skates of Hosen. Back now for Benson. 15 seconds remaining. Adelaide, get ready to celebrate. Saved there by Montgomery. Here's Miller. 10 seconds. Miller can't do anything about it now. Miller trying to promote the park. Celebrations. The Adelaide Generals have won the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series for 2023. The Adelaide Generals have done it. And they win against the Sydney Sabers 5-1.
And we have what Pete Lambert taught me is a yard sale on the ice.
The Adelaide Generals, they were champions last year and they're champions again this year for 2 years in a row. So congratulations for the Generals. A yard sale definitely indeed. The Sabers certainly not disgraced. They got here. They beat the Sun Devils yesterday in the semi-final. They got here. They competed hard. But unfortunately for the Sabers, the Generals just had too much firepower for them today. Hugs and handshakes all around coming up before our medal presentation. So hang around for the medal presentation. But we're about to do the handshake line. There's our two goalies, Jeremy Friedrich and Matt Montgomery. Justin Baxter, the backup goalie behind for the Generals. Congratulations and handshakes all around. Many of these players have played with each other, against each other for many years. Several of them have played AJ for several years. Many of them have played AI for several years.
Our future is in great hands, Eric.
Absolutely it is, Courtney. Absolutely it is. It's been a great tournament all around. It started on Wednesday, finishes today on Sunday morning. And the players have put in so much effort to get here.
Like they can all definitely hold their heads high after that effort.
So we're having a look for the final time. There's the yard sale head-to-head to finish up. The Adelaide Generals winning 5-1. We'll get Courtney to run through the goal stats very, very shortly. Shots on goal was very even in the end. The Adelaide Generals 34 shots on compared to 25 for the Sabers. And highly entertaining series, a great day, both the bronze medal and the gold medal games. Courtney with the goal scorers.
So just recapping, first period, first goal from Charlie York of the Generals. Second period, first goal from Jerry Zhu of the Sabers. The following 3 goals for the Generals from Tyler Boyle, Bodie Matthew and Timothy Benson. And the fifth and final goal for the Adelaide Generals from Charlie York in period 3.
So what we're seeing now on the Generals bench, they're taking off their rapidly acquired alternate jerseys and they're putting on their traditional jerseys as other teams are starting to gather as well. So the Generals will be receiving their gold medal in their traditional Adelaide Generals black jerseys. And our other teams are starting to gather as well for our medal presentations. So congratulations to all of the teams. The Generals winning, the Sabers second, and in third for the bronze medal. And we'll also see them as well will be the Sun Devils. So here's a question for you, Court. I don't know if you've experienced this yourself as a player, but how do you know whose gloves are who? Do you write your number on it? Do you write your name on your gloves?
Well, I personally try and drop them in a spot away from everyone else. But look, most gloves are fairly, they're pretty recognisable. There's hand sizes and brands. You can see a few out there that are different brands and a few different colours. So yeah, it doesn't take too long to figure out where your stuff is. So
great scenes here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Our medal presentation will be underway again shortly. The Adelaide Generals will be receiving the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Championship Trophy for 2023, and the gold and the silver and the bronze medals. And we'll be bringing you all of that action shortly as the teams prepare. So a fantastic tournament, and congratulations to everyone involved, the organisers and Ice Hockey Australia, and also massive thanks as well to the on and off ice officials and the staff here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium as well.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, Eric, but I'll go first. So just looking at sort of 3 stars of that game that really stood out. So for me, I do have to say for the Sabers, Matt Montgomery, he stood tall in that net. He stopped a lot of shots, and unfortunately power plays and just a few little mistakes of screenings got the better of them, but he definitely did stand out to me. And from the Adelaide Generals, look, it's really for the whole tournament. Daniel Chen, he led that team so beautifully. He got quite a few points, quite a few goals and assists. And I think the other for me, look, a bit of goalie love, Jeremy Friedrich. He was great the entire tournament, but particularly this game, those 3 really stood out to me, just as hard workers and a lot of effort.
Absolutely, Courtney. Very hard to disagree with any of that. Lots of players have grown this weekend. A lot of players may not have played together, especially in the Sun Devils, for instance. We've got a lot of interstate players not playing with their home state as well. And even in this game, for instance, you've got 5 players from New South Wales. You've got a Queenslander, you've got the York brothers from the ACT, as well as all the players are coming out onto the ice for our medal presentation that will be underway shortly. So just about ready for our medal presentation. We've got the Adelaide Generals on the blue line, and alongside them are the Sun Devils. And on the opposite side, we've got the Melbourne Glaciers and the Sydney Sabers. We're just about to cross down to...
You guys hear me?
We'll cross down to centre ice.
Yes. Okay, so let me start by saying what a fantastic tournament. The purpose of AJ is to provide the best junior players across Australia the opportunity to come together and play some elite level hockey. And it's been awesome to watch these talented young players showcase their skills over the past 5 days. On behalf of Ice Hockey Australia, I'd like to thank our teams, officials, volunteers, and of course family and friends for being here. And I'd like to also thank Gary and his team at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for doing a great job at hosting the event. While hockey is undoubtedly a team sport, we do have some awards to present to recognise individual excellence. Yep. So the Team MVP Awards. From the Sun Devils, I'd like to congratulate Braden Maybe.
So Braden Maybe from the Sun Devils receiving his team's most valuable player, and he'll walk across the ice to receive that award. Very well received and rewarded and deserved.
From the Generals, I'd like to congratulate Daniel Chen.
So Daniel Chen, the team's MVP for the Adelaide Generals.
From the Glaciers, I'd like to congratulate Tim Nickerton.
Tim Nickerton receiving the Team MVP award for the Melbourne Glaciers, and I presume that's the team hardworking helmet on his head.
Well done. Awesome. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. And from Sabers, I'd like to congratulate Max Miller.
And Max Miller, the MVP for the Sydney Sabers, receiving his award.
Well done. I'd like to congratulate our top point scorer from the Generals, Cameron Hughes. Congratulations, Cam.
Cameron Hughes receiving the award for the highest point scorer in the competition.
And the award for fair play goes to the Sabers.
Fair Play Award received by the Sabers, and that will be received by Captain Max Miller.
Well done. The award for best goalie, congratulations to Jeremy Friedrich.
Jeremy Friedrich, the goalie of the tournament.
The award for best defenseman, Jeff Hugh. Congratulations.
Jeff Hu from the Adelaide Generals, defenseman of the tournament.
And the award for Rookie of the Year goes to Daniel Kudelka.
Daniel Kudelka from the Adelaide Generals receiving Rookie of the tournament.
And then finally, our MVP for the final series goes to Daniel Chen.
Daniel Chen for the Adelaide Generals receiving finals MVP.
Okay, now on to our medals. When I call your team, please come forward to receive your medals. Starting with our bronze medal, congratulations to the bronze medal winners, the Sun Devils.
So the Sun Devils will walk up one by one and they'll receive their bronze medal. A very highly entertaining game. If you didn't see it this morning, I recommend at some stage going back and watching it. It was a highly entertaining game, and they've been one of the teams of the tournament, especially considering that you've got a lot of players from Queensland and Western Australia that weren't necessarily familiar with each other. They hadn't trained together as a complete squad beforehand, and so it's great to see them receiving their trophies and their medals rather, and then they're just going along the other blue line and congratulating everyone on the opposite blue line. So the Sun Devils receiving their bronze medals.
Okay, congratulations to our silver medal winners, the Sabers.
So the Sydney Sabers receiving their silver medal. They were bronze medalists last year, so they've gone one step further than they did last year. And they will receive their silver medals, and they will go ahead and congratulate each other and also all the other players of the tournament. So the Sabers, they're receiving their silver medals. The Sydney Sabers at the tail end of receiving their silver medals, and then the Adelaide Generals will take the gold medal and also the championship trophy for the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series for 2023. The moment has arrived. It's time for the Adelaide Generals to receive their gold medals and the championship trophy.
And now, congratulations to our 2023 AJIHL champions and gold medal winners, the Generals.
So Daniel Chen being encouraged to head up first to receive his gold medal. Some great appearances, Courtney, by everyone here, and the Generals receiving their gold medals. Obviously the quality team of the tournament.
Absolutely. Look, they really were all class. They played well. They came together so strong from the get-go, and look, it's great to see their smiling faces for their hard efforts. Absolutely.
Now, when you think about how many games and how many different situations we've all been involved in since Wednesday, you know, to me, this would be like at least half an AI season for the amount of ice time that these guys have got over the last few days.
Yeah, look, 10 games in total, so they've all played 5 games each. And look, that's a lot, and it takes its toll. And not forgetting that on Wednesday, a lot of the teams travelled 12, 13 hours to get here. There was a very short turnaround for those first games on Wednesday night. So to go from strength to strength every night has just it's been really great to watch.
It certainly has.
Honestly, I've been taking in a lot of these names, and if I'm lucky enough to co-commentate with you during an AIHL season, I'm looking forward to saying a few of these names again throughout the season.
You know where I'll be.
Absolutely. So just highlighting, we've commented time and time again about players who are already in the AIHL, and this series really highlights how beneficial it is to have the next generation training and playing at that level. So often our locals, these guys will get an opportunity to play up in their teams early in the season while a lot of the AI teams are waiting for imports to arrive. And once they're here, the level and scale of what our hockey is becoming is very exciting.
And also we've got the Brown National Tournament coming up in November. And of course the Australian selectors and the AI teams have also been watching very, very carefully and very, very closely at all the talent that's here.
Everyone please standing in the stands. Obviously you're all standing on the ice, and face the Jumbotron for our national anthem.
Now it is time for the Adelaide Generals to receive the trophy.
Thank you. And finally, I would now like to invite the captain of our 2023 AJIHL champions, the Generals, to come forward and accept the Nathan Walker Trophy.
Daniel Chan receiving the Nathan Walker Trophy, and his teammates all surround him. And just a massive pile on at the moment. And the Melbourne Glaciers have made their own trophy as well. As the Adelaide Generals, they celebrate as they should, hoisting the Nathan Walker Trophy high. Nathan Walker, the first Australian player to play in the NHL. And each person will take their time. Jeremy Friedrich, I loved how Jeremy Friedrich really pushed Daniel Chen along the ice to receive that trophy.
Look, it doesn't matter what team you follow at this point, it's just satisfying at the end of a long tournament to see the joy in their faces. So congratulations to the Adelaide Generals and all the support staff.
Absolutely. Now for some of these guys, it's not the first time they've raised the trophy, but for some of the others, it is their first time, and we talked about it early this morning about enjoying the moment, and that's exactly what the Generals are doing now, and quite rightly so. So, Courtney, final thoughts before we go for the 2023 Showcase Series?
Final thoughts is it's been a fantastic series, and look, congratulations to all four teams for coming out and playing a great tournament. Congrats to all the support staff and families that have supported them in doing so, as we know hockey's an expensive sport. And thanks to ThoughtFox and the media crew who have put on the live stream and had me a part of it. I've had a great time.
Always great to be alongside you, Courtney. Thank you for your company, and you've been here for every single game as well, for Michael, for Tegan, for Sam, and also Pete Lambert and Simon Gintings as well. Thank you very much as well. Thanks to the on and off ice officials and the staff here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium and all the teams as well. Congratulations to the Adelaide Generals, congratulations to everyone, and we look forward to seeing what happens in the future. for the final time. They are the champions for the 2023 Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Showcase Series. I've been Eric Brook, and alongside me, Courtney Kynaston, we'll have a look at the Generals for the last time as they pose with the championship trophy. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed all the action. If you've missed any of the action, you can go back and see previous games on the Thought Fox Media Group YouTube, and all the games from Wednesday have been there. Thank you very much for watching. Congratulations, Generals, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.